அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்ம இன்னைக்கு 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபிசிக்ஸில் இந்த இயரில் நச்சுன்னு 50 2 மார்க்கு, 45 3 மார்க்கு, 30 5 மார்க் என்னன்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஃபஸ்ட்டு வாட் ஆர் தி டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் பிட்வீன் கூலும் ஃபோர்ஸ் அண்ட் கிராவிடேஷனல் ஃபோர்ஸு, டிஃபைன் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு, டிஃபைன் எலக்ட்ரிக் டைபோல், டிஃபைன் எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃப்ளக்ஸு, வாட் இஸ் an equipotential surface, distinguish between drift velocity and mobility, define electrical resistivity, define temperature coefficient of resistance, state Kirchhoff voltage law, state Ampere circuit law, what is mean by hysteresis, define ampere, state Fleming left hand rule, what is mean by electromagnetic induction, state Faraday law of electromagnetic induction, mention the ways of producing induced EMF, how will you define Q factor, what is displacement current, what are the electromagnetic wave, give two uses each of IR radiation and microwaves and UV radiation, why are EM waves non-mechanical, why do stars twinkle, what is power of lens, what is Rayleigh scattering, why does sky appear blue, what is reason for reddish appearance for sky during sunset and sunrise, define wavefront, state Huygens principle, state Brewster's law, what is double refraction, define work function of a metal Gibbs unit, what is photoelectric effect, how will you define threshold frequency, define stopping potential, what is surface barrier, what are cathode rays, define impact parameter, what is isotope, give an example, what is isotone, give an example, what is isobar, give an example, define Barberton energy gap, what do you mean by doping, give the Ferguson condition for sustained oscillation, what is rectification, what is an integrated circuit, state Fleming right hand rule, what is conservation of charges, define corona discharge, and define skip distance and define skip zone. ஸோ இந்த நச்சுன்னு 50 நம்ம வருதான் நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். Then 45 3 மார்க்கில் derive an expression for the torque experienced by a dipole due to uniform electric field, derive an expression for energy stored in capacitor, derive an expression for the electrostatic potential due to at a point charge, define expression for the capacitance for a parallel plate capacitor, give the properties of dia, para, ferromagnetic material, compute the torque experienced by a magnetic needle in uniform magnetic field, discuss the conservation of galvanometer into an ammeter and also voltmeter, what are the step down and step up transformer, an inductor of the inductance I carries an electric current I, how much energy stored while establishing the current in it, how will you induce an EMF by changing the area enclosed by the coil, mention the various energy losses in transformer, define inductive and capacitive reactance, give their units, derive the relation between F and R for the spherical mirror, differentiate between Fresnel and Fraunhofer diffraction, mention the difference between interference and diffraction, differentiate between polarized and unpolarized light, state and obtain Morse law, list the uses of polarites, what is the photocell, mention the different type of photocells, list out the laws of photoelectric effect, give the construction and working of a photoemissive cell, derive an expression for de Broglie wavelength of electron, list out the characteristics of photon, give the application of photocell, write the properties of cathode rays, give the result of Rutherford alpha scattering experiment, write down the postulates of Bohr atom model, explain the variation of average binding energy with the mass number by graph and discuss its features, explain in detail the nuclear forces, discuss the alpha decay process with example, discuss the beta decay process with example, discuss the gamma decay process with example, discuss the properties of neutrino and its role in beta decay, distinguish between intrinsic and eccentric semiconductor, distinguish between avalanche breakdown and Zener breakdown, list out the application of light emitting diode, explain the working principle of a solar cell, mention its applications, transistor function as a switch, explain, state and prove De Morgan first and second theorem, list out the advantage and limitation of frequency modulation, what is mean by satellite communication, give its applications, explain pile of plates, explain Brewster's law, explain nickel prism, explain impact parameter. ஸோ இதில் வந்து நம்ம நச்சுன்னு 45 பார்த்தோம், அடுத்து நச்சுன்னு 5 மார்க்கு 30 பார்க்குறோம். இதில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் காஸ் லா அப்ளிகேஷன், And second, calculate the electric field due to dipole on its axial line. Calculate the electric field due to dipole on the equatorial line. Derive an expression for the electrostatic potential due to electric dipole. Derive an expression for resultant capacitance with the capacitor are connected in series and parallel. Explain in detail construction working of your Van de Graaff generator. Obtain the condition for bridge balanced in Winstone bridge. How the EMF of two cells are compared to using potentiometer. Deduce an expression for internal resistance using voltmeter. Deduce a relation for magnetic field at a point due to an infinitely long state conductor carrying current. Obtain the expression for magnetic field due to long current carrying solenoid. Discussing working of cyclotron in detail. Explain the construction and working of a transformer. Derive an expression for the phase angle between applied voltage and current in the series RLC circuit. Explain single phase AC generator. Explain single phase AC generator. Write down Maxwell equation in general form. Write down the properties of electromagnetic waves. Explain the type of emission spectrum. Explain the type of absorption spectrum. Derive the mirror equation and the equation of lateral magnification. Describe the piezo method to determine the speed of light. Obtain Lenz-Maker's formula and mention its significance. Obtain the equation for bandwidth in Young double slit experiment. Obtain Einstein photoelectric equation with a necessary explanation. Describe preferably Davison-German experiment with determined the wave nature of the electron. Explain the J.J. Thomson experiment to determine the specific charge of electron. Obtain the expression for radius of nth orbit of an electron. Discuss the spectral series of hydrogen atom. Obtain the law of radioactivity. Draw the circuit diagram of half-wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, full wave and half wave rectifier, and explain its working. ஸோ இந்த நச்சுன்னு 50 45 30 பாருங்கள். ஆல் த பெஸ்ட். தேங்க்யூ.